please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Denims. The reason why is because she's decided to go in on VTubers, which is a bold move considering the size of their community and their fan base. It is believed by many this is a deflection smokescreen tactic to take away from the fact she's likely to lose against Ethan Klein. Being the hypocrite that she is, this is a bold move, and she's a hypocrite because of how she calls out VTubers when she herself, on a regular basis, first posts like a good skanky communist, hypocrite, champagne socialist, whatever you want to call yourself. So let's dive into a clip shared to the Twitters where she goes in on Kirsch.
I'm waiting for you to lose the lawsuit. Oh no, that's iDubbbz.
So for those who are not familiar with this style of format, we've gone through it and criticised it many times before concerning Hassan Piker, where we look for the negativity in our chat and then we make it a point to go after anything else that can be tangibly tied to the commenter. In the case of Hassan, doxing the wrong person, but the harassment and the willingness to use it, yet then unironically even, hide behind a whole slew of shields, is somewhat lost on these particular creators. Many people believe Denims, Frogan and Caseytron are going to lose. Whether you agree or not, that's up to you. They all admitted to violating copyright, and there are a bunch of Reddit folk as well who are also going to get absolutely pilloried in this lawsuit, as they should, for violating fair use. But I'm here for the cope and see. I just thought I'd set it up.
What the f are you talking about? Oh my god. So sad for you, man. Well,
the funny thing for us is that because many creators obsess over the negative comments, they know they need them for the attention. Denims is no exemption to that. Exception, not exempt. There you go. You are going to use that to prolong your stream because it's the best way to do it. Because you have nothing original in your head, you still do reaction content, flagrantly abusing fair use because you're selfish and a hypocrite. You also seem to think once it's put in the open and public space, even if it's on a platform owned by other people, suddenly that means you're allowed to do whatever you want. You orbiters are all alike. It's remarkable, really.
I hope one day, I know you might think your life is over because you're 40 years old and you've never made a single friend in your life, but, you know, anyone can turn their life around. Anyone.
Truer words have never been spoken. It's just a shame that you come from a generation of people who take so much for granted, like friends, because you, like many others within your little community, have done everything you can because of political divide and disagreement to simply stab them in the back. It's so much easier, isn't it, guys? Word of advice, don't listen to her advice when it comes to turning it around. Although the sentiment is true, anyone has the capability to. It comes from somebody who, when they get to 40, will have nothing to show for all the time they wasted watching other people's and stealing other people's content. God, I really can't wait for you to go humble when he beats you. Ethan, that is. It's going to be a very interesting arc when you realise none of those that you have vehemently defended will be there for you.
Oh, sorry, not you. I changed my mind. Listen, I love VTubers, but you know it's a special type of mental derangement.
Ooh, that's a dangerous thing to say, isn't it, about VTubers? They have some poisonous limbs like any community does. We've seen it with Cinder, for example. We've seen it with a few VTubers, yes. We see it in every community. There's always somebody, of course. But they don't poison the well for everyone else. It's just very jaded, very opinionated, very lazy creators like yourself who look down upon them. Yeah, it's the same people who go on camera who judge those who use avatars like I have. Used an avatar, that is. I don't go on camera because Elephant Man. In your case, you offer literally nothing to the online space. You thirst post to drive up interest in your content. Why? Because you have nothing but your body, and all you do is show curves, look to the side, pull a kind of partial smile. It's the same picture over and over again. You look simple, and your attitude is beyond bitchy. Undeservedly so, by the way, when you steal content off so many people. I'm now starting to understand why VTubers are rising up. I saw Legal Mindset tweet out that Denims is not only going to lose her lawsuit in epic fashion, but just kick the literal hornet's nest by attacking VTubers as a whole, including many that are wholly undeserving of the slurs she slings at them. VTuber fans are about to launch their 9th crusade for their something. I know what that is. There might be some logic to this actually, now I've gone through his tweet, and that is because of the political space and because of the harm that could be done from Ethan Klein, she'll get a lot more attention, and that would drive up money, I guess, for the Ethan Klein Victory Fund, when she has to rebuild her life, living in a cardboard box that she has to share with 2 dudes.
When it's someone that follows exclusively VTubers and also Asmongold. This is not a good sign.
I don't see why. Following VTubers, majority VTubers, as you saw on the screen, would indicate they're mostly into that particular type of content. Nothing wrong with that. It's a personal preference and a choice. I don't personally follow many Twitch accounts at all, but those I do follow either play music or video games. One paints Warhammer, Hootsman of Glory Hammer, he does that, which is nice. Always nice, in fact. I don't watch political streamers. That's one thing I don't go near. And I don't really watch VTubers. Does that mean I have a mental disorder because I only watch gaming, or when I rarely watch it anyway, or people who play music? It depends on your interpretation of what good content is these days, isn't it? I think anyone that makes political content on Twitch, especially if they are a communist like yourself, generally you have a mental disorder. Why? Well, because you have nothing, you offer nothing, you contribute zero to any discourse, and you rip off other people openly, and you quite obviously state it. Proudly, I might add, which is arguably the funniest thing ever.
Followed Asmongold, right? Following Rich Campbell, okay. Then followed Asmongold's other account, Hyperfan, you know. And that wasn't enough, by the way. He's also following, where is it? Asmongold 24/7. He needs his Asmongold, okay? He needs it. He needs his mold.
He also follows Ricky Berwick, which I find to be a highly amusing person, problematic by the standards you yourself set. Some people like Asmongold because Asmongold has been of late becoming what is formerly, yeah, I fumbled my words there, was once regarded as based, the term, that is. He is being considered as such because he is calling BS out on individual issues, and people don't like it. When I first saw him, I thought he was Styx Hexenhammer. That's what I thought. Similar vernacular and similar, like, spoken word styling, yeah? Just matter-of-factly and very blunt. People don't like that. From people who like to espouse being empathetic to difference and championing unity and community, it's often ironic how quickly they are to poison the well of somebody they consider now. And that's fine. There is nothing inherently wrong with Asmongold, to be honest. And the mold comment is a bit dated. Let's face it, it's dated.
And then was like, discovered Iron Mouse and was like, well, actually, sorry, discovered, it seems like a couple of VTubers before then, actually. He's been on his VTuber grind for forever. Asian Bunny X, respect, real, recognize, real.
I'm assuming that in this, the Thirst Post bleh creator Denims is going to ignore the other creators that you see on the screen, or had seen on the screen. Emmy, for example. There are many different types of creators they follow. The VTubers are the ones that stand out, because you believe it's a mental disorder. You clearly haven't been to any of those events, or seen the fan bases these guys generate, the amount of money they spend on art. It's ridiculous, the rigs they use. They put more effort into the setup than you do into your entire stream. I may not be a fan of VTuber content, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate and respect what they do. You, though, have the lowest bar possible. Continuing a tweet earlier from Legal Mindset before we jump back in, this also confirms the theory underlying the real suppression of VTubers on Twitch. It's due to OnlyFans girls like Denims fearing VTubers will steal their pay pics, without understanding the wild difference between VTuber fans and OnlyFans gooners. No lie, I didn't know OnlyFans was something that Denims did. We should of course now insert the obligatory OnlyFans detected, all opinions rejected.
And then was like, you know what, dude? Yeah, it's time to goon, okay? Time to just VTube goon. So truth.
I have a feeling you've never watched much in the way of VTuber content. There is, yes, a sexualized element to the avatars, but if you actually bothered to watch some of their streams, you might realize it's not all about that. That's just a presentation, an art style. They're not on screen doing lolly, are they now? You might want to consider doing research before you put out a baseless comment. No foundation, no merit to what you say. If you have evidence to back it up, present it, otherwise it is an assertion that should be dismissed. But you would undoubtedly be saying things like this because, much like Legal Mindset has said, you're just a bit desperate. And I'm not surprised when you charge $20 a month for cute cosplays and shoots. I bothered to go to your link tree to find that out. I know I'm not putting it on the screen.
3D women suck. None of them ever have loved me in my life, so it's okay. One of these VTubers, they're the only things that can ever love me.
On the face of this, the crash out that this video has been dubbed by others, not myself, just to be clear, comes across as a very petty attempt to drum up attention by being rude towards people you do not even know. You really don't. If you did, you'd have more to say beyond just criticizing the profile pictures and a generic fob-off comment about the style of content you believe they make based on the avatars you've seen.
Goon time, goon. Oh, and he's following the Nazi gooner bait, obviously. This guy doesn't know when he's being pandered to. And he's like, goon, goon, goon. Oh, look, and he's following the Nazi rat VTuber too. Goon, goon.
You really are ignoring all the other creators they follow, like Sweet Anita, aren't you now? I'm assuming that's just to you gooning as well, right? You really are petty and jealous. The only creator on that list that I can guarantee is being gooned over by the commenter is undoubtedly Ricky Berwick.
Goon, time to goon. And now he's here. That's so sad for you. That is really tough. That's really tough. That's a brutal life you lead, man.
I like that you're so ungrateful about the fact they follow you as well. So ungrateful that they present counter perspectives. So rude, so obnoxious, so high of your own farts, on your own farts, that you would be so condescending towards people that are arguably better than you. The majority are, in fact. We're all better than you, in the same sense that everyone's better than me, and everyone's better than each other, basically. That's the mentality you should have if you want to elevate each other, by the way. Not the one you have where everyone needs to be dragged down so you get to remain on your particular podium spot, where you don't even crack the top 1 million creators. You just kind of cling to a hull of something else like a good old barnacle and hope for the best.
I hope one day you can find a friend. I don't think it's possible for you. I think it's too late for you, man. I think it's too late.
If you don't retract your statement, I might say the same about you with the VTubers. Not that you have many friends to begin with, let's face it. It is a lonely life when you sit around all day watching other people's content and offering little to the discourse. Nothing transformative. Must be even lonelier when you know there are communities that vehemently despise you for what you think about their content. I mentioned I'm not the biggest on VTuber content either. Not because I don't like it, I'm just not interested in it. See, that's the smarter thing to say. For you anyway. You just hate it. Out of petty jealousy. If you were petty enough, you'd pull a Cinder. If you were petty enough or relevant enough.
I think it might be too late. And then he's also so stupid he can't come up with anything to come back with. He can't even come up with an insult. His insult is just at himself saying, I love my gooning VTubers.
While the rest of us know that comment is sarcasm, the point of it is to represent the argument that your comments about VTubing are null and void because no one should be ashamed of liking what they like. You are the one looking down on it and assigning it, prescribing it, a label or a title to pigeonhole it as something you don't like, which is ironic considering you do OnlyFans. You post thirst posts on Twitter all the time. You have no leg to stand on when it comes to looking down upon gooning when you yourself put content out there solely for others to goon over. Hypocrisy, thy name is Smeghead.
Do you frequently try to make fun of other people by making fun of yourself? Has it ever worked? Go outside, man. Just please, please, go outside.
You should definitely apply those words to yourself if you knew how to self-deprecate like a pro. It's an English trait, and no, you may not culturally appropriate that as well. As we reach the end of the video, I'd love to know what you all think about Denims baiting the VTubers and looking down upon them, please do let me know in the comments down below, and also tell me what your favourite type of content to consume is. I'm intrigued to know. No, I don't intend to judge you. As a final thing, I've finally been accepted into the Rumble Creator Program, which is great news. It's like AdSense, I guess. I have to hit certain markers every month, yeah. I will be streaming there later and here, of course. I will link my Rumble account in the pinned comment. Any additional support and follows would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening. Ta-ta for now.